for their last best out of 3. An amazing hour-long game where Sypher was able to turtle in their base, and CLG came out with the first win. I think it was an hour and 10 minutes long. An amazing game played by both teams. Sypher able to take the second match, and now bringing it into the third one. Sypher was able to do that in 37 minutes, however, so they really caught CLG off guard. We can see now CLG going for the Janna pick, which was first pick Sypher last time. So they're kind of contradicting the bans and really trying to ban out and choose the champions they think they want. You can see at the bottom of the screen, Joe, obviously that Urgot and the Udyr band. Hotshot, they banned out Nidalee for him. Cassiopeia as well. And it looks like it's going to be a really good game. That Kog'Maw of the day and week has been banned as well.
Yeah, and I really like the fact that Sypher, you know, they're not targeting their bans too much at Hotshot GG. I made this point before. Hotshot GG is an amazing, amazing player. He deserves respect. He deserves to have champions, you know, Nidalee banned against him.
Yes.
But they can't give him too much respect, in my opinion. They have to treat him still as an opponent, someone who's beatable. Because when they get this in their heads that, you know, Hotshot GG is untouchable, then it just becomes that in their brain, and something goes wrong for them. It looks like CLG will be going here with the Gangplank for the second pick. Obviously, the first 2 picks for Sypher were Tristana and Althor Lune, who you know, amazing Urgot player. I think he's got to play Urgot once in this tournament.
Yep.
Every game after that,
he
he was
did not
banned.
want to see that again. That was really funny. He did play an amazing Urgot, and it's actually, you know, kind of what I believe it was Althor was doing with Cassiopeia, and that Urgot gameplay from Lunette was always coming bottom lane, always being able to take out a lot of early ganks. It really gives Sypher a big head start on the game and on the positioning and direction of the map, and what that can take. We do see, again, Nasus being picked up for SkyArt. Very nice there. The jungler is going to Jothi on that team, so we'll be playing Nocturne. We do see again they have chosen Gangplank on CLG side, Chowster and Hotshot GG now to make their picks. Chowster and Big Fat kind of switching roles a little bit between AP and AD, and we'll have to see if they do it again.
Yeah, we'll see how this one comes in. I like that SkyArt is once again going to have that Nasus. He's played it so brilliantly throughout this entire tournament, and I think the first or second game that we saw from Sypher, that Nasus was actually banned out there against him. So, you know, they've allowed him to play this one. I guess Hotshot GG feeling pretty happy. Interesting choices coming out. Twisted Fate and Vayne. We'll have to see if they are the final choices to lock in.
No,
yeah, just trolled. It's going to be a Zilean pick, maybe, unless they change it back. But that Zilean, obviously, a big favorite in the American metagame.
Now, I was just about to say that Twisted Fate had not been picked, you know, even before IPL. I don't even think did we see him in China?
We did.
Oh.
The Chinese teams used Twisted Fate a lot, actually.
Right on. Right. It was good to counter. A lot of people said Tascara Zakali in IPL. Why didn't you choose Twisted Fate? So almost seeing him here in this game, but not. So I digress, and we move on to Zilean as that Hotshot GG pick that will most likely be going to Chowster. I'm sorry, Big Fat. Unless they change the roles again, we'll have to see what they do. SkyArt to be the last pick. He will be taking what Jothi has, so we will have a little switcheroo going on since they have to pick their characters in the best form they think it will counter the other team. You know, they'll see champions that they don't... Whoa, Karthus middle against that Zilean, so that's going to be awesome to see. It's going to be a very early game for Karthus to be able to come up on Zilean. Those time bombs he's going to be able to do, but lay waste is just about every half second, a little bit more, and that is a lot of damage that he can just put out in that front end damage to, I believe it will be, like I said, Big Fat in mid on Zilean.
So we have the bans and the picks, and I am going to change my voice, become American, and wear a strange hat, and change my name to Freak. Wait, watch this. It's cool.
That worked out pretty well.
Weird. My accent changed. Now I sound American and less smart.
All right, guys, so
also,
here we
I've
go.
Lost a bunch of hair. I know I'm being mouthed something. I don't understand.
He hearts
Please
you.
talk some more.
He hearts you. So we're going to see the switches going on. Looks like Saint actually grabbing up for the jungle of Gangplank. They did not like the Rammus last time. Very nice job there. They're going to be able to switch that up. Althor choosing that mid AP as he has been playing for his entire team.
Nice. So he is going to be Karthus, nice. I think this is one of the first times we've actually seen Karthus in this tournament. I think we've seen him once or twice, but he's been a pretty common ban. I think we saw him banned against, I want to say SK a couple of times. We certainly saw it banned against V8 the entire way through.
Don't want to get Phantom Lord that Karthus.
It's actually a very similar lineup. We do have the Reviving Vayne, which is pretty scary. Talking to Epic at IPL, they were like, you don't let us get Zillion and Vayne. That's just silly. We do see, of course, that Kog'Maw ban. Pretty smart. That actually, Sypher was like, whoa, Kog'Maw, whoa, don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
You did see the cast.
I was surprised how fast Yorick not necessarily dropped off in this tournament, but was unutilized after having matches with where Vayne was used with Yorick, and then you get a double Vayne, and that's going to hurt a little bit.
And there is a certain amount of synergy there where you do want those cool comps where it kind of fits together. Where you're like, hey, we have Yorick, giving a Vayne clone, which is going to melt your team. When Vayne dies, she comes back as the ghost from Yorick.
Yep.
When that dies, oh, by the way, Zillion. Like, there's a whole lot that goes on there where Vayne just kind of stays alive and terrorizes your team. But it seems that it's again to the point where right now in the game, players have learned to master some champions, and it's not like this is the best comp necessarily. This is what I'm comfortable with, and I know that I can play better than my opponents with this champion. I know this will work for my team. I'll win my individual part of the game, and then it will come together because we built a pretty decent lineup here. As the game matures, I think we'll see people master more champions that have more comps there. But as some players have mastered York, some have not. They're not going to let those champions kind of go in there. But right now, I am a little bit surprised to see Skyart be able to reprise his role as Nasus. I expected him to, of course, pick him again if you were able to, but it seems they're more afraid of Urgot, Cassidon, and Cassiopeia. They're like, we can probably outlane him. We'll see if that's the case. It did pretty much single-handedly carry that last game, and it seemed to carry their game against Curse as well. But, we'll see if it works out. We see Tristana again coming back in here. They said, you know what, Caitlyn actually wasn't good enough. Let's go ahead and just go back to Vayne. Vayne, extremely good late game, has a lot of damage output, and will be exceptionally good against this Nasus pick because you can melt through that armor and MR stack. Just go through the health that you get from that ultimate.
Yeah. That's a really big pick, the Vayne pick, because Nasus does get huge. They weren't able to do a lot of damage to him, and now that's not a choice. If Vayne can get 3 shots off, damage is going to happen, and that's what they needed. There's a role where Chouster was playing, remember, as we said, Caitlyn, and his team was getting kills, but he wasn't. And with Vayne, you can still get that damage, even if you're not getting the kills, so you can just build speed. We'll have to see if they do that. Yeah,
and that'll be useful, being able to be a threat even if you don't have a great early game. That's a luxury that Tristana does not have. Now, one thing I want to point out, though, is Tristana Taric, I think, has so much aggression potential against Vayne Janna. Janna can't heal any of the damage that gets dealt, and Vayne is pretty short range, doesn't have amazing escape, has decent escape, can push back Taric, can tumble out of range a little bit, but Tristana will just constantly jump in there, toss out that explosive shot. It's going to be pretty difficult, I think, for CLG's bottom lane to survive this one. And you're right, we do see the people coming back in there. Big Fat LP is the mage once more. He has played a good amount of Zillion. Chouster is back on ranged carry, is a good Vayne player for sure. So we'll see if that ends up being good for them. Althor, of course, still staying as mage. Sypher not having those role switches that a couple of the American teams seem to do.
See what they decide to push in here. It looks like they are going towards that bottom river bush, and they're just going to kind of hang out here. And they will slowly move into that Wraith Camp area, pinging it. They know, no, they don't exactly know. Lay Waste goes down, and they are going to hide in this bush. It looks like Elements almost turning around to walk into that. Oh, wow. They're really going to make one of them force a double lift.
It might be the case, although I think none of the CLG members ever walk through this brush. They always go back down to the base. You see Chester running around inside the base, actually. And they might choose to play just safely enough. It might be okay for them. They're going to actually, looks like they're going to go for some Wraith steals. And yeah, you see Janna making the right choice, going through the base, taking the safe way out. They're going to be all right here, not going to get jumped by the purple team. Yeah, they're not even going to switch anything up. They really need to keep that Chouster with Elements. It's going to be really nice for Chouster to get that extra damage from the shield and Janna. I don't think anybody's going to be going down through the jungle. They are going to steal these Wraiths, though. Very nice invasion there. Maybe leaving one so it does not come back up. No, they're going to take them all. Not a problem, though. They're going to get good XP off of that one. And that'll kind of start Jothi a little bit ahead for his levels. He may be able to come out of the jungle and gank early. That's really what they're trying to get off of that, as well as counter the jungle of St. Vicious. Just one of those junglers everybody knows in the League of Legends community and esports is a very good jungler to control the entire game by himself. Absolutely true, and he's going to get nice and pretty much carry status as well. You can see him in there, has used Smite, picked up the 1 kill, and keep moving on, finishing out this camp. But actually, even though they did clear out the Wraith camp, it actually won't respawn that quickly, and unless St. Vicious goes for a gank, which actually he is, or an invasion. Yeah, he actually might
Nope.
He's going back
He's
and
trolling
forth.
you.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but he's trying to do something.
Oh, the CV is up right above him. He did not want to move off of that, and there he goes. His movement is going. Very nice job. His map awareness being very great. He heard that CV go off, and he's like, nobody's placing wards right now. I got to be careful of where I move. And here we go. We are going to see Skyart taking a little bit of damage here. He looks pretty confident in his positioning. Feral Scream comes out, and there's the parlay, and they take him right down to half HP.
And they're doing a lot of damage here. They're at the bottom of the map.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have somebody that is lost right now. His name is Aiden. He is 6 years old. If you find Aiden, please send him to the casting booth. He's wearing a Joker shirt. If you see Aiden in a Joker shirt, please let him know to come to the IEM casting booth.
All right, and indeed, so we are back to the bottom lane. Sorry, this was a bad interruption for you to make. I didn't quite hear what was going on.
No, it's all right.
All right, so Chowster, Elements, bottom lane, Piri playing very aggressively, almost in range for the stun. Chowster having to back off. Does have one rank in that pushback, but actually, yeah, St. Vicious Gank will not get a kill, but here comes Nocturne off on a hot shot. St. Vicious chooses to actually break away on the recall. Not in time. That shield from Joffe will get slowed quite a bit. Not a whole
The
lot
mom is
being
right over
done.
there.
See in the mid lane, Zillion fighting against Karthus. They're going to be all right here. See the aggression coming on both sides. Yeah, Big Fat doing some good harass, though. Althor already chugging through 2 of his health potions, has not gotten his 3rd yet. But he's kind of low on health already. The last one's ticking down. He's going to be at about 550, maybe 600 when that wears out. Because Big Fat's already chewed through about 500 of his health so far. It's a very good opening. There's Joffe. The blue buff's going to recall. Of course, Hotshot going to recall as well. Does not have teleport this time around, although the Nasus does. So if they do play for some bottom lane aggression, you might have a better chance for Sypher here. That said, of the 1v1s between Hotshot and Skyart, it's going to be a little bit better in Hotshot's favor. That Ignite will do some good things for them.
Looks like bottom lane will be returning there. We see the items that they have grabbed. We do have Tristana on that Doran's, a little bit more HP. Pyre coming out with some more wards to give himself more caution in that lane, and we do see St. Vicious pushed up quite a lot here, trying to start something up top. As soon as Hotshot gets back to lane, can they get the Feral Scream on? Grog-Soaked Blade will slow down Skyart just a little bit. He can still turn around and wither one of them. Beautiful Rupture coming out of the hands of Hotshot, possibly first blood in the game, and it will be Hotshot, GG, and St. Vicious up top to control that first attack. Very nice job, and we have begun here. 5 minutes into the game, CLG takes a bit of a lead.
An excellent, excellent job by them. That silence lasting, what is it, 1.5, 2.25 seconds actually, making it pretty much impossible for Nasus to flash away as Rupture went down. The channel time of that is not so long that it's impossible. So excellent job there. First blood going to CLG. They're up 400 gold right now. Big Fat GG actually starting to lose his lane a little bit. You can see his health ticking away, has used all of his potions, has not recalled yet, while Karthus just did. We'll see what he goes for here. I think that's Boots to complement that Mana Crystal. Has some potions as well, so he'll kind of stay in lane for a while. Eventually, Catalyst probably the build there. Joffe milling about in the middle of the map, has warded a little. Feels pretty safe. Has not gone for a gank here at the bottom.
Really nice harass by Chowster down bottom, doing a lot of damage to both Pyre and Lunette. As we said before, you know, you damage Lunette, Pyre can just heal him up. You damage Pyre, he's forced to stand behind Lunette, and then you can play really horizontally to the minions instead of behind. It's a lot more pressure. We can see right now they feel good about it. Chowster's going to back. He will be getting himself an item. That's going to be 2 quick Dorans right there. That's going to be a lot of damage and HP for him. It's going to help him sustain in lane quite a bit.
Yep, Boots 2 Dorans, a really good opening for your champion. It will let Vayne do a lot of pressure throughout the mid game. If they go for a dragon fight in the next 2 minutes, she'll actually be quite useful. Won't be easily swatted away, and has, you know, 93 damage isn't bad. And that'll be quite useful there. And of course, being teamed with a Janna means there's no heals in that team, only the Zillions revive. And you know, having those Doran's Blade to keep yourself topped off throughout the middle, actually quite useful as well. Now Cho'Gath making his way back to the base. Did go Heart of Gold versus the Philosopher's Stone of Nasus. Right now, Hotshot, of course, very much in the lead because, hey, first blood, 400 gold, seems kind of useful. Seems like that would be a good thing to have. Look at the farms in mid lane, 42 versus 35, actually. Zillion doing much better. Actually, Althor forgetting a couple of minion kills there. Actually seemed to recall again for a health crystal, so I don't know, he seems like he's getting kind of behind, forced to back out, but here comes Skyr pushing on to Hotshot, and by the way, both junglers showing up now. Hotshot at half health, they've showed up to St. Vicious as well. He will eat oranges, and he's still not in great shape. He's trying to get out. Looks like he'll be able to. But yeah, kind of scary on both sides, but Nasus is going to be able to probably sustain better than Hotshot will, has that Philosopher's Stone. Hotshot only at half health. He can last hit some, but it's not easy against the turret.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult. He gets that up, looking for Feral Scream, but there is not enough damage on these minions just yet. Possibly a Fumo Vorpal strikes through. Yeah, he gets most of them. Very nice job there. Hotshot always attacking the minions so he can get the group as a whole when it's under a turret. A very good thing to do so you don't lose as many.
Yeah, excellent job by Hotshot. Definitely has a lot of experience playing as Cho'Gath solo top. I'm sure he's been pushed to his turret many, many times and knows just how much damage to deal and how much to wait to pick all those kills up, and it's working so well for him.
Great job by Pyre now putting down a pink ward at Dragon, and he's going to go ahead and put one in Tribush as well. So they have pretty much given themselves full vision of that bottom, and they will, at 8 minutes here, start to move for that first Dragon attack. It's going to be Nocturne on it, so Elthor is going to be able to stay out and do the damage. As we said before, Dragon will slow you a bit on your attacks and lessen that, so you really don't want to get the most damaging character onto the Dragon first. But it looks like everybody comes to help, totally uncontested, and that is going to be 150 global gold for the entire team. A very nice job there.
And Skyrt making the right choice of saving Teleport to come back up towards top. You can see he's actually stymied Hotshot's aggression there and not allowed him to take the turret down. Well, Skyrt doing a pretty good job here. His turret's pretty much fully healthy. And, you know, it's like he never even left. So Hotshot not going to be gaining too many advantages there. Does have a level on him right now, but the gold starting to equalize a bit. A couple of pings bottom lane looks like. Piri almost in lane. Almost in range, rather, to stun Chowster. Vayne might be taking some damage soon. He's actually played aggressively, and they're going to go in. Not going to go for this, and they don't really want to go for Janna. If you focus on the support, the carry will destroy your face, and you'll end up losing that battle. I've seen a lot of players say, oh, let's jump the Soraka. Her heal's down. But you jump Soraka, and then Tristana just kills you. And you're like, well, yeah, we killed the support, but you know now it's like 1v1 of Vayne versus Taric. And that's going to be not exactly easy.
Looks like they're able to push in lane. Nice, very good job. Chowster has the shield from Janna on him, and he goes for the roll attack. Looks like he's going to get dazzled up, but trying to proc the third bolt, and Pyre didn't even dazzle on that one, just kind of holding it off. Feels pretty confident about what Lunat had. And we see the ulti from GB coming out. St. Vicious coming around the bottom side as he creeps in. They are able to get the Grog-soaked blade, but the Condemn just pushes Pyre a little too far as they try to get the last amount of poke damage that they can. Nice attempt down bottom for the attack. Top continues to farm. And looks like we're going to have Big Fat backing a little bit. Actually, oh, I thought Elthor was coming down, but looks like they will stay in lane.
Yeah, there was a flash there from Taric. You saw the Condemn come out, push him this way, but he was right here as he was going to get jumped into the wall, but the flash made him come out of that battle. Still had to burn the flash, of course, so in the next 3 or 4 minutes, they could jump back onto him. Big Fat going to throw out some bombs on Elthor. Elthor taking a lot of damage from that, actually, and not really getting a lot of counterattack. Now, he has blue buff, which is cool. They've actually not donated that to Zilean yet. Now, he could really use it. A nice wall of panic going to keep him from doing too much there. Could take some shots. Yep, there we go. A lot of damage. He's going to come in there. Big Fat doing a ton of damage. He's going to flash in. Ignite goes off as well. That could be a kill onto Althor. 2 health, and yes, dies to Ignite. Nice play by Big Fat. Picks that one up. Ult comes out. Some damage onto Chowster, but they will not do much with that. Just blows that cooldown. Not a lot gained.
Yeah.
No, they will jump onto Chowster. Chowster almost immediately blowing up. That's one going down. Now in the Janna, and Janna not looking in good shape. Will fall down to the fear. Excellent job there. And actually, by the way, Karthus got assists off of that. That's pretty cute, actually. I'm going to get made fun of by someone for that. But excellent job there. They said, you know what? We have Nocturne. Let's go for it. The rocket jumps did a ton of damage there. Taric was part of that as well. The ult was used, and they did a ton of damage to that one. And they will take down this turret as well. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. Gangplank, gank top. Nasus did go down. They traded a turret for it all the way back here, actually. That great dive there. And, of course, Hotshot still up at the top of the map, being very, very successful.
Very different leveling you see here. We have a 2-2-2 and 1 for Tristana, so she's cleanly leveling every one of her abilities. She also has that Ignite, the only one on her team. Very nice job in mid, as they're able to take down the turret with the pressure from the minions and Big Fat. But as I was saying, Tristana leveling everything up. It's not something we usually see. You usually see that rocket jump, the 1 in E, and as I was saying, she's the only one with Ignite, and her explosive shot with Ignite does so much damage. It's almost like having that Mord ult with Ignite or Brandon Ignite. So it's really something to be reckoned with. You can see her doing a lot of damage on that turret jump, or on dive, and they were really, really confident about that. Other abilities and what they knew they could do. Looks like we have some Wraiths being taken here. They are pushing up. They have vision on that. And Lunat trying to go mid or possibly top for a gank here.
Yeah, we'll see what the case is with this one. He is kind of running around. They have 3 teammates in mid. They could go for another turret. They could actually choose their mid-game playstyle as let's go turret hunt and build a lot of gold advantage, and then go back to our lanes, let everyone get beefy, because everyone got a whole bunch of gold. It kind of beats out what last hits will give you. But Saint right there. Skyart about to get jumped on. There's the pressure. Ben Silence now getting slowed out. The ult comes in from Gangplank. Skyart not in great shape. E comes out, getting pretty much owned right there. Jothy's nearby, but it's not enough. Excellent job by CLG. St. Vicious with a lot of patience. They got that kill, and now they might go for the turret. I think they wanted to not kill the turret last time. Actually, they just seem to not really want to go for the turret kill. I know we saw that in, was it SK or Curse? But they killed the top turret, and he just farmed and farmed and farmed, and he was actually safe on his side of the map.
Yeah.
And they might say, you know, we learned a lesson from that one. Let's not push the turret down. They could go for it here. Actually, Jothy could fall. But yeah, they're really not trying to pressure too much.
He has that shield that he could use, but yeah, they're not. I believe it's, like you said, they want to keep that turret up. It's going to be safe farming for Hotshot GG. Skyart has a really good farm, as you said, even if that turret's down. So you're going to be careful. We do see taking a little bit of damage here in mid. The Unite just ticking once again. Looks like Big Fat able to get his ultimate off before that happened. So these two just duking it out one-on-one, can both take each other down. So that's going to be really nice to see in the end, in mid to late game, what they're doing for other teams.
And the free golem buff, of course, doesn't really suck for Big Fat, and he's going to get a new one from St. Vicious as well. So he's going to be really happy with how this pans out for him. Got very low cooldowns. Already back to like 80 seconds left. Going to refresh the cooldowns again, and that's going to be golem buff for like 4 minutes straight now on him. Gets the 60 gold from that one. Hotshot clearing wards. Actually got a pick ward down for that one. So that's going to make the Pirate Gangs very, very easy. You're going to need a pick ward to clear that one out, or at least an Oracle's. And right now, I don't see that happening just yet.
Looks like Tariq and Tristana kind of focusing on mid here. We do see that CLG has put a good amount of wards towards the top. We just saw Hotshot place that one. They did have one at the Wraiths, but they're not really focusing on the bottom, and that's where Tariq and Tristana are trying to come from right now. You can see Lunat trying to make a little bit of a movement down bottom. See Hotshot pushing that turret quite well against Skyart. It looks like he is going to be able to take that down. Gold for his team. And we do see a rotation here from Sypher to possibly get another dragon that will be up soon. That was taking it at about exactly 8 minutes. So it should be up within the next, yeah, there it is.
Zillion. And there is the dragon indeed. They're going to get the blue buff first. Very, very smart. And one thing to point out, oh my guys, okay. Almost got it time bombed out. That would have been very, very scary. But they're going to be okay here. Althor going to spam a little bit against Zillion. Now the pink ward though is down for Sypher, which means CLG is going to lose that ward. The wall goes down. It's going to take control of that zone of the area. That zone of the area, yes. They're going to do okay there. They take the ward down. They've got better vision. Look at CLG's vision. They don't see much. They've got the one ward Zillion place to try to steal the buff. It gives them a little bit of vision. They see a bit from minions. But look at that. Sypher seeing a lot. They see all of CLG go in. Everyone is nearby. CLG is going to start this, but that seems unsafe because everyone is there. And there they go. Can they do the damage in time? They're trying. They have the Zillion ult. Here we go. Lune versus Chowster going on, but Nocturne shows up as well. Perfect jump into the wall. Chowster getting pushed quite a bit around. And wow, Karthus in the middle of all this. Looks like that one's going to go down. And it's going to be given, I think, to Sypher. Sypher is getting out just barely. But Big Fat GG kills Lune, and now they're going in on a Hotshot. Skyart does pick up St. Vicious. The ult comes out as well. Chowster not going to be happy about that one. Getting quite low. Fury still in the middle of this one. Looks like traded 1 for 1 so far. And I believe Dragon did go well for Sypher. They're still chasing down Big Fat. Not going to be happy about this one. His ult is still up, though, so he's going to bait this one. And they might get a lot out of this one. They might actually be able to turn around and pick up some good stuff. Wither goes down. Flash being used. Hotshot's going to be fine. He gets hasted again away. Has a time bomb defensively. But they're in pretty good shape, though. They're much healthier. Their Tristana has revived. I do believe Dragon did go to Sypher.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they're down a turret. They're down 2 kills. I would have to believe the Dragon was theirs at that point.
That was a really good fight. Elements coming out with a beautiful Janna ult in the beginning to break that terror from Nocturne, as well as stop Tristana from taking a lot of damage, but still they were able to come out on top of that fight. Karthus just sitting there with Defile on and lay waste, and he was just continuing to do damage. But here they are. They took a little bit too much time, possibly overextending as they let CLG heal here. He does flash in to negate the dazzle, but there's the wall. Magic resistance shredded and slowed. They are able to pop up Karthus. This will be an easy grab for them as Hotshot is hasted up. He just noms down onto Althor, and they are able to start setting this up for themselves. Try to return this and take a dragon, or take a turret rather, and really negate that dragon.
Yeah, they've pinged it. They do want to go for this one. Or they pinged it as defense rather. Skyart though, no ultimate, another 8 seconds there, no teleport for 30. He's not going to be able to defend this one in time as a full minion wave is coming in for CLG. St. Vicious and Chowster and Elements, all of them available. Yeah, look at that. Chowster just putting out a ton of damage on that turret. 600.
Great job top by the net. He's going to negate this turret take.
That's so smart. Yeah, Tristana coming top lane, going to take down the turret instead and trade those away. Last inning along the way, but Hotshot showing up. This could be dangerous for Lude. He's not staying around. He's going to ult and actually burst on a Hotshot. That seems very, very unsafe. Zillion's coming by. Gangplank ult's going off. Oh, a good flash from Lune, and Hotshot. Already his flash is down, so will not continue onto that one. the turret 2 shots from dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it worked out for you, so you lived, but they do want that turret kill. Luna having to burn that flash, not getting a whole lot done for it. Will not stay for the golem kill either.
Yeah, it's SkyArt telling him to back. There wasn't too much vision on the CV. They used it Baron, so they didn't know if he had already passed that point of CV. And we can actually see that Zilean is kind of hiding out in the jungle right now, looking to steal this one. Joffy's going to come up on him here. Q, Dustbringer through the bush. He is going to be able to chase, but he decides not to, as Zilean colors all over the map.
Yep, Hotshot going to do a little bit of work here in the jungle. Joffy wants to steal one of those. He could probably smite one with no worries. It is up, in fact. He's probably going to knob one of those. There's the burst damage. Smite comes out. Yeah, gets one. Q, he gets them both. Nice job, Joffy. Pretty smart play. Nice try, Hotshot, of course. You had the right idea. And Colin D in all chat. Yeah, indeed. Joffy knows he did good work there. That's the big smiley face, by the way.
So it looks like, oh, there could be an attack in the jungle here. A little bit of a fray. They do get the dazzle off onto Elements. He does use his ulti to keep healing. Buster shot takes him down, but the ultimate was onto Elements from Zilean, so they may be able to make it out alive here. Huge damage onto Karthus. They want to get him out of the fight so they can move to a different area and continue the fight. You can see the ring around him. He has another few seconds to cast spells. There goes the ultimate. And we are going to see if this will push CLG off of the fight. They were able to take out one without losing any. And that's really what they need right now. They need those to start happening so they can start building that advantage back up.
Yeah, nice try there. They have a bunch of turrets kind of available. Again, you know, all of CLG is low health, but the Zilean ult, you've seen that work so effectively now twice. They've revived a couple of people in perfect situations and managed to not lose anything because of it. And that's why you see that Zilean be so effective there. CLG is kind of showing what Zilean can do in the right hands. He's actually caused them to not lose a lot of different champions. And you know, when the kill score is 7-3, stopping 3 kills is kind of significant. You've kind of halved your opponent's kill score, and the more you play this sort of skirmishy battles every 2 minutes or so, that revive's going to keep being useful. And Zilean, of course, extremely good early game, uses those time bombs for really good burst damage. They have great base damages on them. So they really want to keep fighting these early battles before the magic resist gets stacked up. And they kind of just blow up the squishy targets, and they revive the important ones. No matter who gets caught, he's going to revive and probably be safe because the team will show up and mobilize. He'll get hasted out, and it works very, very perfectly.
Hotshot back to top lane to farm, doing as he does, and they have finally taken down that turret quite a bit ago, but he's really not going to be probably pushing this too far ahead. He is known for that, but they have quite a tanky team. He knows SkyArt is out there, and SkyArt versus Hotshot is not something Hotshot wants to deal with right now. You're going to see Mence actually go up top, so they may continue to push this. Elements is going to give him a little bit of a ward there. He's going to be able to push. They also have another one right up by that red, so I contradicted that. He is going to push and feel quite safe about it.
Joffy taking down these golems again, getting them on the respawn. Doesn't really want to face Hotshot GG. He's way too far to deal with him. Well, they're going to cross paths anyway. Fear goes off. That'll be decent. Nope, actually breaks the tether. Doesn't do anything to him. All right, never mind. They've got gonna re-bomb these minions, just spamming those abilities, because why not? Just pretty easy minion clears.
Hotshot getting slowed there. He will be able to make it out. A few hits from Tristana. Going to go ahead and check out her build. Just got that Bloodthirster. I think that's 2 stacks. She does have 26 on it, so she's halfway there. We'll have to see if she can continue to do that. That Infinity Edge in her hands, or at least another BF sword, is going to be huge for her.
Bombs just getting spammed out. Sky getting sustained a little bit by Tarek, but of course he can bomb way more than Tarek can heal. And Joffy camping in a brush. Not a lot being done there. The ward's going to time out. Gangplank milling about by the team. Does have most of the pieces of Warmog. He's going to try to finish that one before 25 minutes. Should be pretty easy to do. Looks like a ping off near Tarek. They do know where he is. He is wearing oracles. Be a high value target that way. Yune taking, wow, about a quarter of his health, but he has so much lifesteal for this Bloodthirster. He's going to be all right with this. Stacking up that damage and lifesteal. CLG.
Like, yeah, they might be able to get their first dragon here. They may be contested, though. Coming down quite quick. The ward goes in the bush to make sure they don't lose any vision during this fight. And Hotshot is hasted. He will go straight for Tristana, separating her from the fight, and they're forced to chase Hotshot. Nobody is really focusing anybody right now, and Althor just gets pushed against the wall, quickly taken out. A beautiful job there. Hotshot doing exactly what he needed to do, and everybody started using their cooldowns on him. Goes down another one. They are able to take out Tristana as well, and just a fury of fight. Very nice job in the separation.
Skyart versus Chester. Could be good for Skyart, though. He will get that wither off. She burns her flash, but it might not be enough. The E is not up for 3 more seconds. The exhaust is on. 2, 1. We'll be able to condemn back into the wall. Skyart now running away because St. Vicious has shown up as well. Skyart not going to be happy about this. He's going to try to bait them past the wall. Going for the Q. Almost gets the damage output. Not quite enough. 170 health left on St. Vicious, and CLG took that one. Only Jothi lived with like 3 HP. And everyone else, really only Hotshot died, I think. So an excellent job there by CLG, really coming into the advantage, 11-4. They got the Dragon as well, and they're up 4,000 gold, and CLG are kind of showing just excellent play. They kind of reversed what happened from the second game, because in the second game, they're really kind of lackluster in mid-game, and then it was finally Nasus caught up and you know, kind of stayed that way. But CLG is kind of owning as well, and you know, they're doing much better than they were last time, and they've dominated their lanes. Skyart's Q, only 276 for 22 minutes. Actually, it's not too great for him. A lot of his build's been completed right now, but Element's doing an excellent job as well. You see just so few deaths on all of the CLG side, just 1 on 4 of them. But they've been actually just dominating so many of these champions. Karthus has not been an impact in any of these fights. He got 2 assists because he ulted while dead, and they managed to tower dive. Like, he's just not been having an excellent game. 123 minutes is pretty good, but Zillion's ahead of him by about 30. And you know, Karthus only with a Rod of Ages and Sork Shoes is just not a big threat right now.
Yeah, it's something you can really attack early. You know, if it's not been too much time as that Rod of Ages accrues over minutes, you are going to be able to take him down quite quicker, and he's not going to be able to do that much damage. And, you know, a lot of credit to Hotshot on that last fight for, you know, directing Sypher to do what they had to do. They had to protect Lene, and that's exactly what Hotshot went for until he got the kill, and they just pulled him all off of the fight, and it's really where they came out with the win there. Looks like Saint is still invading here. Jothi on one side does have elements on his back, and it looks like they will get the ward in there. Still warding all over. Very nice job. We see Vayne going for the Black Cleaver early. Going to be down farming by himself. Looking to get some more items under his belt. Looks like the whole entire Sypher team now kind of rotating over here. They do not like the fact that Hotshot is top alone, and this is actually what Hotshot facilitates. We talked about this over the weekend, drawing 3 to 4 members of the entire team to himself. He's just walking Jothi around. He knows he's not going to take that much damage, but he's just using the cooldowns that Jothi has, and he's just going to regen his health right there.
Yep, in the meantime, Chester has been farming bottom lane, gets that wave pushed up, means Tristana's going to move over and do the same, basically, as that lane's going towards him. Bloodthirster needs to regain some stacks, and he did die in the last fight. And I mean, the story of this game really, you know, as much as we talk about Hotshot's tank, it's Big Fat LP outplaying that Karthus had been, and Karthus is getting just dominated again by Chowster. Will he have the tumble? No, Nocturne's going to make him very, very afraid, and he's going to jump onto Big Fat. But they're not going to do anything with this. Actually going to try to get away. The Q's coming out. Will block that damage. Another time bomb comes out, though. Yeah, I mean, kind of a burned ult there. And they're going for Baron, and they're going for Baron because they have map position on this. Look at the ward coverage. CLG sees them coming in. Sypher does know that it's happening, but Elements with a great Tornado out there actually hits nothing. Does make them move around. Baron will not go down here. They're going to try to go in for the fight. Tristana coming around through the mid lane, actually pushing right now, knowing that CLG has stopped. And Elements actually hasn't seen the ward yet. He has not cleared this brush, so they see everything. They've seen it all. And CLG not able to do anything to stop them. He just keeps going right next to it. Yay, he found the ward! Yay, Elements! Congratulations, Elements. You found the ward. Now you can bait Baron successfully.
Looks like Hotshot pushing mid, Feral Scream, and a few ruptures there to get it pushed up. Not too much HP on the side of Sypher. For them to want to initiate this fight is quite scary, especially with Althor so low. If they can get him to die outside of the main area of where the fight starts, they have a very good chance of completely winning it. They're going to try to steal this. Both CVs go off on either side of the wall as they stare each other in the eye. And we're going to see a pretty good push here down bottom lane if they choose to. But it looks like they're going towards top. Yeah, raise morale too.
Yeah, no, Sky's going to move up there. Of course, now their team is very, very split. They've pinged near Baron. They kind of are aware they have no ward coverage. Yeah, they are. And that's a really good idea, too. Skyart staying nearby. He really shouldn't come into the Baron pit first. Oh, he's going to go around. That's a very smart choice. He's going to meet up with his team. No, this is I think, the wrong choice from Skyart. He's going to get caught out. There's the gangplank. Hasten slow. Wither goes off. He's going to get caught by Zillion. I'm almost certain. There's the slow in from there. Although Hotshot's not really chasing. Yeah, Skyart not in good shape. Must flash over the wall and waste his ultimate. Wrong choice from Skyart to come into the side and try to help his team out that way. No ult's going to make that team fight very, very difficult. And Hotshot kind of wants to just reinitiate on Baron. Big Fat sitting in that brush, ready to time bomb whoever comes in first. They're going for it. Now they're coming around as a group. They have a chance here. They've got a little bit of time before Baron falls. Moving towards. Ward taking some damage. Sypher, okay, they're going to go in on this one now. Hotshot takes the stun to the face. Not the right target they want to go for. Elements in the fray right now. Sypher is getting forced to recall back. Jossy's on top of him, actually, doing a pretty good job of that, but goes down to Chowster. CLG now 5v4. It's Big Fat Cheetah getting stunned, and Alpha not in good shape either. He's been silenced out. Finally turns that spell back on. Fury very low, drops down as well, and not any damage coming out from anyone right now. It's 3 deaths, 4 deaths. And you finally get Karthus. The ult comes off, but they've killed everyone, and only Hotshot has died. St. Vision survives just barely. A great Zillion revive, managing to keep that fight from being bad for them. And CLG acing for 1 death, and they lost the tank. I don't understand why teams do this, but they keep killing Hotshot.
Yeah, they went straight for Hotshot, and then they kind of all just walked on top of him when Zillion's ulti was on. I don't think anyone realized he got that, and when he spawned, it was just an instant feral scream right in their face, and none of them could do anything about it.
Wow. Yeah, we did see that Karthus had his E off for a short time, and with how little health St. Vicious had, you would have thought maybe keeping Defile in a team fight might be smart. But it seemed to not work so well for him, and again, you're just seeing phenomenal play. Chowster showing his dominance here, 7-1-2, staying alive in these fights despite getting dived by a lot of champions.
Very nice triple kill on that last fight.
Yeah, absolutely great job by him. He's been getting himself nicely stacked. Warmog's halfway up for St. Vicious as well. Getting pretty beefy here.
Looks like bottom lane doing a pretty good amount of pushing for CLG. Top lane's kind of countering that as well. They're mirroring each other, but Hotshot's going to do what he can to push that out. Skyart goes bottom as well to farm it up. Those are two that you really want to just keep farming as well. Almost the point of like an AD carry. Very nice build right now, and he's actually, I believe, going for Banshee's Veil as well as building himself some sustain. Chowster knows he needs to stay in this fight longer, and he got himself a Negatron cloak on top of the Phantom Dancer and that fast black cleaver.
Yep, been able to take that one down. At least Sypher are taking dragons. They're still doing that quite well. And despite all the advantages that CLG are building, they did stop the Baron attempt. Well, actually, they kind of stopped it. They're going back for it right now, but they have been taking more dragons. That's really good for Sypher. And here we go. They're trying to stop them again. Nasus is kind of far, though, and Zillion has caught up. So it's a 5v4 again. Hotshot taking some damage from Baron. That's good for Sypher. And Lune took a turret down to mid, so they're starting to equalize that advantage. Still, they're down 11 kills, but despite that, they're not that far behind in gold. Somehow, they've only managed to keep it to a 4,000 gold game. And that's actually enough to come back from, for certain.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job of at least stopping a lot of the next turrets being taken. They have lost all the way down mid to their inhibitor. So they're going to have to be very careful, at least of that push, since they do have quite a good split pushing team. Gangplank can go on the other side of the map, still uses ultimate to help his team in a team fight, and it's just like all 5 people are there, so they have to be very careful now that these minions are getting pushed up, that they're not going to get split pushed, because that will definitely play on the mentality of who you want to be in that fight and do you really want to initiate. And when you go into a fight, you have to be 100% sure.
Yeah, you see Hotshot going back through into mid. He's going to be the one to take this farm here. Just kind of walks up to Alpha and is like, hey, I hear you have some slows. Don't care. Skyart going to be farming out. Yeah, he's doing some damage to these Wraith camps. Really wants to get his Q farmed up there. It's good for him. Of course, he wants that power. Going to find Hotshot again, but Hotshot again, they really can't go for him. They won't do a whole lot. They use Wither, but really not a big deal. Wall of Pain goes off as well. Hotshot will actually just kind of dance back and forth and get a Janna shield and really does not care. Some more.
Looks like Nocturne. Jothi trying to come in and steal this one. He won't get it, and I think he might have just cost himself. He is going to throw down his ulti, but they can all throw pretty much within that vision range. He jumps out
nice
to Hotshot to get himself out alive. The Ignite stops ticking. The Gangplank ulti to come off, and he doesn't get hit just by one of them, actually. Hotshot still milling about in the whole enemy team, and they thwart getting taken down there. Very nice job by the ultimate to save himself instead of initiate.
Yep, but now it's a 5v4 because Nocturne must heal, and CLG, of course, going to force a Baron fight. Element's going to clear out a ward, and this is going to be pretty dangerous. These spells do come out. Element's getting low. Skyart now getting caught. Althor could get a good fight here. Honestly, this is actually not too bad of a fight for Sypher. They've blown a lot of cooldowns now. Hotshot's Feast is down. Actually, yeah, they're forcing CLG to run in a 4v5. Excellent play from Sypher. Skyart does have his ultimate up as well. He's getting closer to Trinity Force. Once he gets that, it'll be really, really useful there. Another Wither comes out. I don't know why he keeps CCing Hotshot. He doesn't need attack speed. He doesn't at all, actually. In fact, he's happy to sit on a sitting still being a big meat wall. But
you know what's really cool, I haven't really recognized yet, but coming down with the ability, I want to get this right here, so I'm going to check it out, is that Spirit of Fire from Nasus, and then the Wall of Karthus. You're taking out both armor and magic resistance there, and that's a great way to initiate a fight from range.
Yeah, absolutely. Alpha's going to help his team a lot by reducing both those resistances, further reduced by the armor reduction from Skyart. They don't, and actually they have Tarek as well, who could shatter as well. So theoretically, they could drop like 70 armor off of enemy champions. and that definitely doesn't suck. So we'll see if that ends up being a big deal or not. It certainly would help those Nasus queues.
Yeah, that would make some big damage, especially when you don't have any armor to go through. And they don't not really build an armor pen yet. It's not really what you get on Nasus. You just get that damage and rely on your Qs. We're going to see elements moving around here on the Baron, trying to take out some wards, as they actually did grab one for themselves.
Yep, and check that. It's actually 85 armor right now with rank 2 Wall of Pain. It's 30 from Nasus, 30 from Taric, and then up to 35 with max rank Wall of Pain from Karthus. So if you want to lose 95 armor, face this team.
Looks like Joffy getting slowed down there, going to put a bomb. No, he did not.
He actually blocked it perfectly with his W. And the thing is, once the time bomb was placed, yeah, he actually got it like literally the exact second it got cast. Very smart play from Joffy there. See Tristana milling about. Has red buff. That's actually very, very important. Bloodthirster is actually stacked as well. They really do need that power there. I think Sypher needs to win the next fight to win this game. Otherwise, I think they're going to lose the fight and lose the game.
This is a scary point for Sypher, because CLG is just kind of hanging out in their jungle. You know, no remorse here. Let's start this fight. Where are you guys? I don't see enough of you. So it looks like he's trying to pop up to see if anybody's in the bush. Janus shield comes down on to Hotshot GG as he does what he does best, and he's going to take a lot of damage.
Tristana versus Vayne. Oh, Vayne's going to stealth. A perfect job there. Crushes the but he jumps him into the turret. Nice play right there. 4 versus 4 down on the top of the map. Hotshot in the front. Let's see what they can do. Zilean actually late to the party. That could be bad. Hotshot. I don't know why they're focusing Hotshot. He's going to get revived, but Big Fat immediately about to get blown up. But no, he flashes away from the fear. Skyheart, though, still in the fray. There's Wither, Saint, not in great shape. Oh, comes off. Hotshot does go down. Let's see what else. Oh, Big Fat, so incredibly low. 150 health, and they're still trying to get this Janna. Can they get the Janna? They won't, but they've traded 2 for 1, and they blew the Zilean ult. They could keep going on this one. I don't think they can quite Baron. I think without the Nasus ult, they don't have enough damage. But Karthus has blue. He's a good Baron threat. Taric is tanky enough. Actually, I think they could potentially Baron. I really think they could. Yep, they ping it. Althor definitely Baron threat. They're going to go for this one. He built tanky enough to finally stop dying in these team fights. Gangplank's nearby. Zillion's nearby, but Zillion's super low. I think this is actually a really good chance for Sypher.
St. Vicious did it once before, thwarted Baron and took 2, but that was with Rammus. Can he flash in and grab this Baron with Smite? He is going to be going against Joffy's Smite. It's all up. It's like a 4v1 situation right now, and they don't even want to do anything to him. He gets in there, and they are not able to get it. Sypher grabs it away from CLG. St. Vicious trying to steal it. Pyre taking quite a bit of damage there, but Big Fat, knowing he's acting once as bait and also as a lot of damage, will he be able to get a bomb off? It looks like Taric could go down. Oh, wow.
Gets the third. I think that was way too cocky by CLG. I think they were fine with just losing the Baron, but they went in there. Zilean stayed too long, thought he could kite, but Tristana came in from the back, picked that kill up, and now this is going to be a push from Sypher. If they don't get an inhibitor, I'll be surprised. Yeah,
this is going to be real quick, especially with that Q of Tristana. They're just going to be able to ramp up the damage onto that turret. They're saying, yeah, we definitely got some buffs we need to distribute here. The red is not up. Well, let's clear our camps, get our resources, and prep for this fight. We have Baron, and we want to make a really nice push out of this. Looks like they're going to get Dragon as well to finish off even a few items that they need to build.
Color me surprised. They're going for the safe ones instead. Dragon's going to go down. They will not even push a turret. They did need Taric to go heal. He was low. Nocturne actually low on mana, and he's going to probably recall for that soon. Karthus had some healing to do. Overall, still great for Sypher. They pulled that fight back. They're actually up 300 gold because they now have, I think, equal dragons. Just -1 turret. 7 kills down, but that Baron gave them so much out of this that they're back into this game. And Althor is now tanky enough with the Rileys and the Rod of Ages to probably just get a death cap and not just die out of all these fights. We might go Void Staff instead, might just get a super late death cap here. I'm not sure what Althor's build's going to be, but he's going to start getting powerful.
Yeah, it looks like they're pushing up into the jungle here. Sypher invading the jungle just as much as CLG did before. And you can see we did say they are going to be more confident with this Baron buff. It's not something that CLG just wants to run into and fight. Once again, they saw what happened that first time as they went in 1 by 1. Even in a team fight, they're still going to have that advantage. They did steal that blue off.
1,100 crits from freaking Nasus. Oh, that's going to hurt a lot when you have -90 armor. Althor lands the Wall of Pain, actually doing decent damage to Hotshot, who only has 4 feast stacks because he did die recently. He's even getting a Spirit Visit, just getting as much MR as possible in these sort of mid-tier purchases. Has a lot of cooldown reduction there. It's about 36% or so.
Very nice job clearing that minion wave out. Looks like they only have golems down bottom. Minion bottom wave is kind of duking it out as well. They will push either way there. We'll have to see if the split pushing starts at all, but if you see the minion waves just pouring out of the right side of the mini-map, they are going to be in advantage of Sypher right now with that Baron buff. As you can see, they're in CLG's face. They're not letting him leave this area, and they're going to start putting on some poke damage. Very nice job as Skyheart still continues to push top, and I said, you know, the split push would come from CLG, but here it comes from Sypher.
2 turrets so far. Hotshot takes a time bomb, but it's his friend's time bomb, so it's not a big deal. Getting some harass, though, from Althor, and they're looking really good right now. I really think they should push with the Baron buff. They do actually, I see like is that a Spellvamp book or a Starks? That is a Starks from Tarek. Oh, Lune is going to be happy about that one. Ton of lifesteal because of this. Right now, rocking about 40% Bloodthirster plus Starks, and actually make that minus 115 armor with that Starks aura, dropping it by 20, or is it 15? Or it is 20, so yeah, this is a lot of reduction of armor right here. And they're going to go in there with the Gangplank, but Hotshot in front for obvious reasons. Gets pushed against the wall, and there is Puri not in good shape at all. Lune's going to jump backwards. What can they do for this one? Perry's going to go down. Althor's nearby. Looks like they traded kills right now. Cho'Gath getting a kill, but Vayne going down, and Vayne is not who you want to die there. Hotshot having to flash back to Lune, jumping in into elements. 2 more shots, going to get revived by Zilean, and Cho goes down, and this is looking so good for Sypher. Suddenly jumping in there, and a crit onto Zilean. Now onto elements. Can they do enough damage? Crit drops for 500, but they've killed 4. Elements is alone against 4 from Sypher, and they are on to the Nexus turrets. This is an amazing comeback if they make this happen. 1 turret is down. 30 seconds for Elements to defend this, and they actually might just take this game over. The Nexus is falling, and Sypher going to take 3rd place in IEM New York. Congratulations. I can scarcely believe that comeback. That was like 5 minutes of just like, and win.
That was absolutely amazing. As you said, Europe 1, 2, 3, and that is what is going to be. We have still SK and Fnatic to go head-to-head, so don't go anywhere. We're going to get a little bit of a recap on this match as well, as I believe if we have time, since these guys played for so long, they did such an amazing job and battled it out. We can get some interviews with those SK and Fnatic teams before we go into the game. But here, just absolutely awesome job by both teams. Really nice job in the control of the map by CLG, and Sypher was just able to, as you said, astounding comeback.